Beth Schwartz could have ended up without any music in her life, in an institution totally dependent, without any skills, hope, or family of her own. But she didn't, and we'll show you why. To another edition of You Magazine. We call our first story Love's Gift because it beautifully demonstrates what can happen to a person when someone cares. We all judge ourselves in different ways. Some of us by our looks, others by accomplishments or luck. But all of us have one thing in common: how we feel about ourselves has a lot to do with how our parents made us feel. That's why good parents are always a blessing wherever they're found. If you don't believe me, just ask Beth Schwartz. She knows.
My natural mother gave me up because she saw that I had a lot of congenital defects.
The defects, a cleft palate and other malformed features on her face and limbs, led Beth's natural mother to abandon her infant daughter to the impersonal care of an institution.
When I was born, you know, with all my defects and everything, they actually classified me as retarded. They thought I had brain damage just because of the way I looked.
Emotionally rejected, physically impaired, assumed mentally retarded, Beth started life with 3 strikes against her. Despite this, she has never really felt out of it.
Hi, Patrick. Hi. Yeah. My life right now is very happy. Come on. Let's go in the house.
Happy because she feels her life has purpose. At age 23, Beth is married, has a home of her own, and 4 children, foster children. The kind of children others less sensitive might reject on sight.
Let's go get some cookies and juice. You can't judge, you know, just because someone looks different. What I look like on the outside doesn't matter. It's who I am inside that counts. And my husband saw that. You know, he said, it doesn't matter what you are because God made you special. And it's the beauty on the inside that counts. Okay, what do you say? What? Juice? Say juice.
Juice.
Please. Say please.
Please.
Thank you. Good boy.
Beth believes that her children, as she did herself, will benefit from the kind of sustained, loving care so difficult to find in an institution.
Institution life compared to a family life at home is totally different. I never would have been able to do anything for myself. I never would have had the opportunity to live my life to its fullest. You know, they more or less wanted to shut the door and say, well, she doesn't exist, you know, but I do exist.
Her gentle nature can't hide the fact that Beth Schwartz is a fighter, whose motto is,
you know, you always love the so-called underdog.
Why has nothing stopped Beth? Why does she feel so positive about life? Ask her. She'll tell you exactly why.
It was all because of Tom and Denny Bailey.
Tom and Denny Bailey became foster parents to Beth when she was 6 months old, bringing her from the institution into their own home.
Home was always a place full of love. The outside world didn't, you know, they wanted to hide a lot of people, you know, especially people like me. I was thankful that I could go home and say, you know, be myself, be the person I was, and nobody expected anything more.
Beth underwent a yearly series of painful operations to correct her physical impairments. Despite the love she got at home, it wasn't easy.
I used to get teased, and, you know, it hurt. It hurt when they sit there and call you names, and I was known as Captain Hook, you know, and they thought that was just funny. And it hurt them because I used to go home crying, Mom, and she would always be real strong and say, well, it doesn't matter. But in the end, it made me a very strong person.
We thank thee for thy Son, Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for our sins.
Over the past 30 years, Tom and Denny Bailey have raised 30 children in their home. 2 natural, 3 adopted, and 27 foster children. Half of them either physically or mentally handicapped. Beth, the first foster child, lived with them until she married 4 years ago. Today, the Baileys have 8 children in their home. Several of their grown children, like Beth, have themselves become foster parents, taking in children through the Elmhurst-based Ray Graham Association for the Handicapped. It's a program that makes sense for the kids and for taxpayers.
And I got attached to it, and it just got to be like my own child. We just really took an interest in developing this child. And with all the handicaps she had, she developed beautifully.
It's worth it. I mean, to me, it's my life, and I can't see a life without the children I have. It fulfills a need in my life. I'm proud. I'm proud the way they've all turned out.
Pain always makes people grow. You have to, in order to grow, you have to fall. You know, in order to, it's like little kids learning how to walk. They can't learn to walk unless they crawl first. And you have to keep going. You know, and the broken times and the, you know, the hard times do make you grow. But in the end, you know, it's like with my own children, it's like you have the rose, and when you first get it, it's all closed up. But you water it and you care for it, and it begins to open. And in the end, you have a beautiful flower.